Good morning, students. Welcome to St. Thomas Bethany Convent School. This is Harshal teacher, and today we are going to learn the poem Vocation. Okay, so what is vocation? Vocation is the poem. It's describing us about the profession of the person. What profession we will choose after the education? What kind of career option we choose for earning the money? So it is written in the vocation. And this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore, who is the Nobel Prize winner. That already we know. And it describes the innocent wishes of the young boy who want freedom from the rules of his daily life. And for that, this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. So now we'll see the warming up of this lesson. Okay, so in the warming up, we'll see the first question. Pick out the words that referred the means of living and fill them in the verb. Okay, so here the list of words have already given. Now we have to fill it in the verb. If we'll see the page number, I have already written for you. That is, the first is job, then career, occupation, vocation, business, profession, mission, employment, trade. These are the various kinds of work we'll do for earning the money. Okay, so this is the first question of the warming up. Now we'll see the second question. That is, find the shades of the different in the following. Okay, so what is that? The first is profession. So I have written for you. You have to take this from the dictionary. I have taken this from the dictionary. Profession means a paid occupation, especially one that involves prolonged training and a formal qualification. Then second is vocation, an occupation for which a person is specially drawn or suited. Then three is business, the activity of buying and selling goods or services. Then occupation, a person's usual work or business, especially as a means of earning a living. So I hope all of you understood. Afterwards, I'll provide the PDF of this meaning, or I'll provide the photograph of this meaning. You can write it down. Okay. Then now we'll go for the actual poem, that is vocation. So in the first para, what we'll see, when the gong sounds 10 in the morning and I walk to school by our lane. Okay, so what is that? The gong sound, here it is represent, that is the alarm. Okay, so the speaker is a young boy. At 10 o'clock every morning he is walking to school. Then every day I meet the hawkers crying bangles, crystal bangles. And every day he meets a hawker in his lane, in his road to the school. The hawker cries out, bangles, crystal bangles. Then there is nothing to hurry him on, and there is no road he must take, no place he must go to, and no time he must come home. The hawker's cries every time, bangles, crystal bangles. The boy feels that there is nothing to hurry the hawker on. He don't want to go hurriedly anywhere, and there is no fixed road he must travel by, no place that he has to go to, and no time when he must get back home again. Then I wish I were the hawkers, spending my day in the road, crying bangles, crystal bangle, when at 4 in the afternoon I came back from the school. So what he said, that there is no path for the hawkers. So that what I'm thinking, that the boy wishes that he was be a hawker and calling every time bangles, crystal bangles. And when the boy comes back school at the 4 in the afternoon, that time what he watch? I can see through the gate that house the gardener digging the ground. He watched that, he saw that the gardener digging the ground in the nearby house. He does what he likes with his spade. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or get wet. So, what? The gardener does what he wants to do with his spade. No one is going to scold him if he gets his cold soil or he gets baked in the sun or he gets wet. See, suppose you are playing in this mud or the soil, what your parents will do? They will take you in a home and scold you and correct you and tell you to change your clothes, wash your legs and hands, and they were scolding too much, and not you will not let them to play in the soil. And after that, the gardener is baked in the sun, or sometimes because of the rain he can get wet also. But then also nobody is going to scold him, nobody is going to correct him. That takes him to task means scold and correct him. But if the students or the children will go and play like this and get baked in the sun, get wet in the rain, then your parents must be scold you and correct you. I wish I were a gardener digging away the garden with nobody to stop me for digging. Now, here arises that I want to play with the soil. That boy want to play with the soil, and now he wishes to be a gardener. Digging away in the garden, no one is going to stop him, no one is going to see him. And after that, in thinking only, just as it gets dark in the evening, and my mother sends me to bed. And like this only he was keep on thinking about the gardener, and that time at the evening his mother sent him to bed. At that time what he saw in the evening, just as it gets dark, the boy's mother sent him to bed, and that time he saw that through the open window, I can see through my open window watchman walking up and down. What he saw? He saw through the open window the watchman is walking up and down in the dark. The lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. And the road was lonely, no one is on the road, and the watchman alone is going up and down. And the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. One-eyed giant means reference to a character from Greek mythology, that is Homer's and Odysseus. It is a Greek mythology. There is a one-eyed giant is there. So the street lamp is looking like a giant over there. The watchman swing his lantern and walk with his shadow at his side, and never once goes to bed in his life. So what happened? The watchman is swing his lantern as he walks, his shadow beside him. The boy thinks that he never goes to bed in his life, because his everyday's duty is to go up and down in the night and keep watch on the road. Then I wish I were a watchman walking the street all night, chasing the shadow with my lantern. Chasing the shadow means following an imaginary goal, no imaginary target. Even now, the boy thinks that, like a watchman, if I'll be the watchman, he could be the watchman so that he could walk freely at night, chasing away all the shadows with the light of his lantern. So in this way he have he have wish to become a three type of profession. He want to choose three type of vocation or profession in this poem. From his wishes, we can see the boy is longing for complete freedom and he wants to lead a carefree life. So, if we'll revise this boy's wishes, so first, when he was going to school, that time he want to become a hawkers, want to sell the bangles everywhere in the road. And after that, when he come back to school, that time he saw one gardener is digging the ground, and that time he want to become a gardener and play with the soil, baked with the sun, or get wet with the rain, and nobody is going to scold him if he become a gardener. Like that he is wishing. After that, when in the evening his mother the sends him to bed, that time he think that I want to wish the he want to wish a watchman. Why? Because he don't want to go to bed. He just want to walk on the street lonely and want to uh, chase the shadow, and he want to like a watchman want to wake up at night and don't want to sleep on the bed in the evening also. So in this way, we just see that the three type of profession he want to choose. Just he was longing for the freedom. He just want to be free from all these barriers. His daily routine: go to school, do the homework, do the work, do study. After that, come back home and again do study and go to bed, and in the morning the same daily routine he want to face. So he just want to avoid all these things and want to live a free life like these three professionals are doing: hawkers, watchmen, and the gardeners. Those who are doing very nicely without any disturbance, without any things. And so that he want to become hawkers. And first of all, why he want to become a hawkers? Because he just want to choose any road. There is no fixed road must travel by the hawkers, and no place that he must go to go and come back to home. And the speakers feel that hawker is very lucky that he can go anywhere where he want to go, so that he wishes to become a hawker. It's mean that the speaker or the boy wants to be free to do what he wants, to go and go where he wants without any restrictions. And in the second, that is the gardener, the speaker or the boy in the poem, when he saw that the nearby house is digging the ground, he does not does what he likes with his spade. He is free that his clothes will be soiled with mud, get back in the sun or get wet. Nobody is going to scold him, and hence the speaker wishes to be a gardener, so that he is able to enjoy the freedom in the open without any restriction. And in the third vocation, he want to become a watchman, because he can see the watchman is walking up and down in the dark lonely street with the lantern, and the speaker or the boy is very resentful that he has to go to bed, and he thinks that the watchman never goes to bed in his life because he is always doing his duty on the street at night. So hence he wishes to become watchman and walk up and down in the dark street at night, having fun with the chasing shadow with his lantern. So he don't want any restrictions in his life, and he want to become a free he want to become live a free life without any restriction, without any scolding of the parents. And he want to just keep his daily routine. He just want to avoid everything and want to be free with all this choosing these kinds of vocations. I hope students, all of you, have understood the poem. Okay, so now in the next section we'll see the figures of speech of the poem, and we'll try to solve the English workshop also. So thank you students, thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.